Hey guys, welcome back to the Builder Lab. So today we're going to be doing a unboxing and build video on the Creality K1C. And as you can see, I already kind of have it out of the box, but the unboxing steps are pretty straightforward. I just took it out to make sure none of the glass was broken or anything like that. And it's looking pretty good. So I pulled out some of the foam, which I'll show you in a second, and it just contained the plug, so power cable, the carbon filter that goes on the back, and the handle for the front, so that goes on there. And our second box here, which was on the inside, contains the tools, a glue stick, and one of the cleaning tools. So go through that a bit later once we build the thing and we're ready to go. Does come with a roll of filament, 200 grams, which is very nice, and our screen. So that's going to be fitted on the front there. So package really nice, which is really good. All the tape holds the glass front on, and yeah, it looked really good when it came out of the box. So I'll get all the tape off, and then I'll come back to you and we'll check out what's inside. Alright, so the contents of our box. So to begin with, inside here we have a pretty nice set of side cutters. Always nice to get another pair of those. I got about 4 of these now, which is good. We got our poker, so this is to clean out filament out of the nozzle, or out of the extruder. You push that through. Plastic scraper, so that's good. I mean, all of it's good. Not actually sure what this is for. We got some metal grease for our bearings and whatnot. USB stick. We got a glue stick. It says to apply glue every time, but I haven't had an issue with the bed sticking or releasing or anything, so optional maybe. We got a bumper, so this goes on the top part, so I'll show you guys that later. And we got our tools. So we got screws for the front, and then we got all of our tools for dealing with stuff on the printer. Nice that everything is included. Screwdrivers and more of the blue clips for the PTFE couplings, which is really good. So now we'll get to the boxes on the inside, because I see a box in there. So move the camera around and we'll come back. All right, so first off, we'll put the handle on the door, just in case we close it. So this black flat piece goes on the back, and then the gray part goes on the front. So gray piece. And we also have 2 little grommets as well. Let's see if I can show that. 2 little grommets. And on the package, it shows you how it goes. So you see little grommets in there as well. And then the screws. Alright, so a little bit better angle here. So let's see if I can do this properly. So the flat part on the outside, I'm gonna grab one of the grommets. So I have one of the grommets like that. Just put it through, holds it nice. We'll grab the other one, And then, so it's an Allen key for these, which is nice. This would be a pain if you were using the flathead. So put the screw through first, and then we can line up the gray part. Oh, wasn't all the way through. There we go. I'll just bring this one pretty much all the way. Then we can get our other screw in there.
Every night you call, I didn't know then I'd always catch you if you fall. So I'll stay on my end. We're no strangers to this all. We're just figuring our shit out, getting nothing out.
Yep. All right, so that's the handle there. Tighten her up. Probably don't want to go too tight. There we go. All right, now so let's do the boxes on the inside. So we'll pull this out. And it's not a box, it's just more cardboard. Tricked me. Tricked me good. Alright, so then we will go to the screen. So this is our screen. Take it out of the package here. Alright, so connection goes in there. I'll just get rid of this. Don't need that anymore. So then, just make sure what the orientation is. So it's going to be like that. So, not very easy to show this part. Just plugs in nice. You'll feel a click. And then boom, there's your screen. And it has a good warning on there. I'll show you that in a second. Alright, not very easy to show, but inside this hole is a switch that says 230 and it says 115 on it. So right now I just checked and mine's set to 230. So I have to make sure that I change this before I turn on my printer, or it's not going to function properly and things could actually be damaged. So double check this, it's on the left side, and make sure that it's set to what comes out of your wall before you turn this thing on, or you're going to have not a fun time. So that's pretty much it for this though. Easy peasy. Just look inside, you'll be able to see it. You just can't see it on camera. It's not great. Alright, so let's talk about the back for a second. So in one of the boxes that has your filament, you're going to find a black tube. Black tube goes into the hole here. So just line it up and turns, and that's going to be where your filament goes on. So spool holder, filament detection, PTFE into the printer. This one is going to be for your carbon filter. So that comes in another box. Just looks like that. Has a couple arrows. So this way's up. We'll just line it up and push her in. And that's all that does. So you'll also find your power switch and your plug input down here, so pretty simple on the back. So on the inside of the printer, there are these 3 yellow arrows that you'll see. Now, these correspond to 3 silver bolts that we need to remove before we power on the printer. We really need to make sure that we do this before we turn on the printer, because they're holding the bed to the bottom and we don't want to screw anything up. So we'll grab an Allen key and we'll get going. So I'll remove the first one here, and then I'll cut back when I have all of them removed. Just because it's a little awkward to do this over the camera. Do a little adjusting. So it's the silver screw. So there we go. Silver screw. There's going to be one over at this one, over here, and over in the corner that I just removed it from. So once we do that, we'll come back and we'll power on the printer for the first time. Alright, so self-check is now done, and we're going to move on to printing our first benchy. So we're going to grab our included filament, because why not, it's the hyper. Pull that out, get it out of its wrapping. So we'll grab our included snips. Sorry, just getting it ready. So we got our filament here. Just put this down, get a bit going. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the filament at a nice 45. Perfect. So now comes a little bit of a pain in the butt part. So what I've noticed is you want the filament coming off the bottom of the roll. I'm gonna have to pull the printer out a little bit. Move it back. Alright, roll up some of this. So at the back, in the filament runout sensor, we're going to put it into the PTFE tube at the bottom. And we're going to start to see it coming through the PTFE right here. It's coming through right now. So once it gets to here, I'm going to stop for a second. Went too far. So it's right there now. So we're going to flip this switch here to unlock it. And we're going to push this in. And we're gonna feel a little click, and it's gonna move, it's gonna jump at that click. And then we're gonna lock it back in, and we're gonna come down to the screen. All right, so on the screen, we're gonna hit OK, and we're just gonna cancel that for now, and I'm gonna do that after, but you should definitely do that. So we're gonna extrude. So now let me move this back up. So the nozzle is heating. Once it gets to 220, it will start to extrude. And we should see some white filament coming out. So we're at 216, 218, 223, it's coming back down, and we are extruding now. So we should see some filament coming out any second here. We might need to extrude one more time. Nope, there we go. So we got the filament coming out now. Let me grab the cat before he knocks anything off. Alright, so we are good on our first extrude. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to update the firmware, and then we're going to start our first print. So we're just updating right now. Thought I'd do a quick video on that. Alright, it's time to start the first print. So obviously we're going to do a benchy. So we'll just start printing. And there we go. I'll come back and we'll show you the print, and I'll give you my final opinions on the whole K1C.
Even when I need you, it gets hard to love the things you left behind. But baby, we could do whatever we like. We don't even have to try for this. We got time for this. And baby, no, even if you just let go, we would never have to lie for this. We got time.
Alright, so our first print is done here, so we'll pull her off the build plate and we'll take a quick look. So really good quality. I mean, the overhangs look really good. A little bit of banding, but honestly my table is kind of wobbly, so I'm gonna lean to that. Can't really tell too well with the white filament, but looks really good to me. So that's it for this, and the plans that I have for this printer are I'm gonna pretty much mod the crap out of this one. I have one that I'm gonna just keep stock, but I'm gonna probably put a new board in this one. I ordered the CFS, so probably mod that into this. So stay tuned, and yeah, take it easy. Builder Lab out.
I'm fine. Even when I'm hurting inside, baby, we